We're now into what is, for a lot of people, the best time of the winter. We've still got cold, we've still got snow, but that sun is getting stronger, the days are longer. It's a nice time to be outside in Maine, a great time of year to be cross-country skiing. Shannon Bryan from fitmaine.com is with us now. She's been giving some thought to some of the best places in the entire state to go cross-country, and we're lucky because we've got a lot of them. It couldn't have been easy for you to make this list.
No, this is certainly just a small sampling. There are amazing places to cross-country ski around this state, but these ones I happen to think have a little extra something special.
Let's begin in the north with maybe what is the best of all of these kinds of places. It's in Fort Kent, the Fort Kent Outdoor Center.
Yeah, well, I mean, you kind of nailed it there in terms of the best, right? Like the conditions are pristine. This is a world-class training facility. Yeah. But even those of us who maybe are not headed to the Olympics can still go there and have a grand time. They've got over 25 kilometers of trails here. It is absolutely stunning. It's a great opportunity to head out to Fort Kent anyway and be up in the county if you've never been in the winter. But this facility is absolutely scenic as all get out. And
it's, as you note in your, as you were telling us, it has hosted World Cup biathlon. So this is where the world-class athletes have performed. You can be on those same trails and pretend that you're a world-class athlete.
Oh, I do that. I'm like, yes, here I go. Okay, I'm going to take a quick break.
All right, after 300 yards, I'm going to take a break. Let's move to another beautiful part of Maine, Moosehead Lake, the Birches Resort. This is a lovely spot to be in the late winter.
Oh, it's absolutely gorgeous to be on the edge of Moosehead Lake. And now the Birches is very popular with snowmobilers for very good reason, because it's an excellent place to hang out if you're snowmobiling and pick up the trails. But even if you don't own a snowmobile, you can stay there and cross-country ski. They've got miles and miles of trails that are great for cross-country skiing. And then, of course, you can even ski out onto frozen Moosehead Lake. Again, just another stunning spot in a cool Maine destination. And you can stay overnight if you want, or just make it a day trip.
From the northern part of the state to Moosehead down to the southern part of the state in Dayton at Harris Farm, they've got more than 40 kilometers of trails.
Yes, and very beautiful ones as well. Like, again, excellently groomed. They've got fields and farmland as far as the eye can see, which you can hang out at. And they also offer rentals, which many of these places also do. So if you don't own your own cross-country skis, you're welcome to rent them or even take a private lesson if you like. But also at Harris Farm, they have fat bikes too. So that's an increasingly popular sport. So maybe go ski for a bit and then try out a fat bike.
That would be perfect. You do both. Don't just do one, do both the same day. Like that. Titcomb Mountain in Farmington is one of the great family ski areas in Maine, and people may be familiar with it for downhill skiing, not so familiar with it perhaps for the cross-country skiing that it has.
That's so true, and as you said, it's a wonderful local family-friendly mountain. They have great deals for downhill skiing, but yeah, the cross-country skiing there is very fantastic. And I love this spot in particular because they also have some of their trails lit for night skiing, and the times that I've gone there before, it's so spectacular to be out there skiing under the lights, and sometimes you're out there and you feel like you have the whole place to yourself. So it can be a very kind of solitude-inspired, you know, getting out in the winter under the lights at night, which is kind of a rare treat, it feels like.
That is rare, because there aren't many places that offer that, are there?
That's true, there's not, which is why I think Titcomb Mountain is really special.
That is good. Let's end with another farm, Five Fields Farm, not easy to say, in Bridgeton. What does it have to offer?
It's fantastic. Yeah, well, I really like Five Fields Farm because it's an apple orchard, and so maybe people have been there in the summer and in the fall to pick apples off the apple trees, which is a great thing to look forward to. But they also have a really fantastic cross-country skiing trails, and actually are getting more and more into like the winter sports activities, and are pushing that as part of their business. So you can go there and you can rent some cross-country skis, or you can bring your own, hit the trails, and cross-country ski amid the apple orchard, which is also just kind of unique scenery.
And this is a really great thing for farms to do, to bring in some revenue in the off season. And there are a few more pretty places in Maine to be than, you know, on a farm, in the orchard, as you say, rolling hills around you. It's a beautiful setting up there.
It's absolutely gorgeous. And what is it about apple trees that I just think in the winter with those craggly branches, they look kind of eerie and spooky, but this is definitely a neat spot.
Yeah, they kind of bring out the poet in all of us. We should mention that a couple of weeks ago when you were on, we were talking about great places to snowshoe. So this is kind of a follow-up to that. But anyone who missed the one on snowshoeing, great places in Maine to snowshoeing, we've got that on our website, so you can check that out as well. Shannon Bryan from fitmaine.com. Thank you so much. Good to have you here as always. And stay with us. We are going to be back with more of 207 right after this.